Today's Aboriginal Day, and we're in East Ferris celebrating the 100-year anniversary. So it'd be a real honor to show how to make a dreamcatcher today and light up our smudge bowl and honor everybody who's going to come and watch this and help learn how to do an education program with a dreamcatcher. And you'll see it'll start burning our medicines that we put in earlier. I'll just leave that right in there. And we're going to grab the eagle feather that was passed on to me and do a little smudge with it. Smudge all your items. This is what we do on Aboriginal Day. So everything goes well. When you come and get your pieces to do this, it'll work out really well. Now afterwards, this is a traditional dreamcatcher that we made to show you an example how it could be done. After you learn the techniques, you'll be able to do one of these. We're outside, so if when you come to pick up your items you'd like to be smudged, the smudge bowl will be here. Just ask us to do that for you before you leave. We still have to do a sharing the distance, but you're welcome to share and get smudged today. Miigwech. Just took one of the packages to show you what's in it. Take it out. There's some instructions, but there's different ways of doing a dreamcatcher. So we'll try to present it to you the best way we can. There's no wrong way of making a dreamcatcher. As long as your dreams come true, that's the important thing of it. And hopefully today, with being Aboriginal Day, we'll get across all the aspects of doing it and showing you just one step at a time how you'd like to get it done. There's leather, there's glue, there's feathers, there's little beads. There's a steel hoop ring, and there's lots of lacing already done. Unfortunately, we already started the other day to give a little demonstration. This is still the same one, and we're going to continue this path so you can get to learn how to do it. What we did was, in the beginning, we tied it off, and then we would go about an inch apart, and it's going like that all the way around the first circle. I'm showing that there's already a quarter of it done, and then what happens, you just keep turning it around till you come back right to the full circle. So the option, make sure the sinew is not twisted or tangled, because what you have to do, the idea is you have to bring this cord here. I'll just put my two fingers like this as an example. Okay, bring it around over top like that, and then you have to bring it back through where my fingers are to make that loop, and then you pull really long to make sure there's no knots or anything else that gets tangled up. It might take a little bit, bring it back so it's about 1 inch like that, and now hopefully that'll work out. Okay, here we are. We're going to show another process of the same routine, and just keep doing the routine over and over. So here we just finished one. We're going to do another one. So I like to put maybe my two fingers like this so people don't get confused. Then you overlap it on the inside and you pull it all the way through. It takes a while because you might have to pull 2 or 3 times on the sinew. And then you bring it back again, hold it nice and neat, bring it about 1 inch, bring it up nice and tight, and if not, then you just slack it off a bit. Make sure it's about 1 inch long. Here we are, we're right down around the first circle, and we came back right where we left off. So then we got to go to in the middle of 1 inch, like say a 1/2 inch away, give or take some, and keep doing the same process all the way around, and just till it gets smaller and smaller. And that's how we do the dreamcatcher. Then we're all done. Wherever we do it, we just tie it off. Or if there's any holes in the center, sometimes people like to put little beads in, some along the way, whatever you feel comfortable with, you're welcome to do those things. I like to try to do it the traditional way. I don't try to put anything in, but everybody has their own way and their own ideas how they want their dreamcatcher. Take a little thing like this, pinch it, and then we're going to just show you exactly maybe about like that much you need. So I'm going to go through the middle of this pull it right through. Hopefully you can see this clearly. And then we're going to slide it right back in the middle, like this here, back towards me. And pull on it. And that'll start off to the next one. It's right in the center, so we're going to go back through again, right through the first one. It was about an inch. Bring it all the way through. Takes a little bit. Just got to have patience. And then again, we're going to go to about so in the middle. Okay. Then we take the rest of that's gone through already on top. Okay. Can you see where it's on top? And I just go over top. Then we grab the end of it again. And then we're going to bring it right back through. All of it. And then we snug it up again. To show as you roll on, it's always the same teaching of forming that knot. And I just wanted to show you after a while how the Dreamcatcher comes together. I went around once to show you what it's like. Here's the center where we start off right at the beginning. And we just did the first tie again. Then I'm going to go to the second tie in a minute, and we're going to take a break. And then I'll get that going for you and show you what it looks like. Another tie again to show you what it looks like. And we're going to do another one to show you that comes across right to the center. And I'll show you that again. We just did another knot in the next step where we just did to show you. You can start to see how the webbing's coming together. And a lot of people look at when they go out in the bush, it represents like a spider webbing. You might see it up in a branch, you might see it in the grass, and that's where some people think where they got these teachings from. Okay, I end up going to making a next one, but holy smolies, I made a mistake. I forgot to go back to one. So you could either undo it and go back to the next one, but just to show there's nothing wrong in that journey of making a Dreamcatcher. I did this on purpose because this happens many times when other students make their Dreamcatcher and they don't know how to correct it. The only thing is, keep going. There's nothing wrong in how you made your Dreamcatcher. As you see, as you roll around, everything will probably be in the same space. I did the next one. It looks identical from the one side of the Dreamcatcher to the other side. And you'll see how we're back on track again, and we just keep doing the same steps. No, and this is what we'll be doing. We do always the same step like we did in the first one. And even though we made a little mistake in the last couple of loops, you just keep going around and it'll forgive itself, because there's no perfect Dreamcatcher out there. We're getting smaller and smaller all the time. Now, here's the option. As you start bringing it down, you could either take these beads out and put them in, or leave them out. What it looks like if you do so without anything in it. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's up to the individual person. The Dreamcatcher, even though it's not centered perfect like a spider web, there's no such thing as a perfect idea to your own Dreamcatcher. Now I'm building this one here today, and if I slept with that tonight, I might have an idea what that dream might have been about. Changes get smaller, then that's the options of the beads. So there you go. It's the 4 colors and the 4 directions in the Dreamcatcher, so there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller to finish it off, and you'll see when I'm almost done, I'll put it back on. You see the last tie that I'll be doing for the Dreamcatcher. So I'd like to say congratulations. You follow these steps, you'll end up having a Dreamcatcher of the web, just like we once did. So I'm going to tie it off, wrap it around a few times, and just tie a little bow in between and tie it off. there'll be a little bit left over, and then we'll cut it off with the scissors. And it's tied off at the last web. So I'm going to take this string, put it right through it all, through the center of it in the middle. Bring it back quickly and make a knot. Hopefully everybody can do that also. There you go. Now it's all tied off. Congratulations, the web is done. I always like to take the piece of leather before you start anything. I like to make a little loop. Turn around your finger once. Bring it back through the hole. And that'll be your first tie when you're all done to hang up your Dreamcatcher. So you start off where you started off first, in the beginning. You take a look, you keep turning it around, turning it around, turning it around. And you're going to say, oh, where did I leave off? Oh, right here. So you put it on top, and then you just start looping it. Here we are. I did about 1.5 inches of rolling the string onto the hoop, and it just goes around and around and around until you come right back up to here, tie it off again to the center of where you tied off your first piece, and that's what we'll be doing. I'll keep showing you that. Where we started off with the hoop and we tied that knot. So then I'm going to go over top and make a knot in it so I could cut it off. We take this, put it in the bottom, put it through. And there's your Dreamcatcher. Teaching comes in when you put your own feathers on it. You can put one feather or whatever feathers you have. And what the purpose that is, the good dreams come always through. The bad dreams go through, get caught in the web, and get filtered on the string here where you're going to put your feathers. And I'll leave that option to you. We open the glue, but you have to be careful because the glue is really sticky on your fingers. I just want to give you a prime example. It's not very good. Anyways, I put some on to show you a prime example. You have to dry, and here's your Dreamcatcher. A little smudge of this to honor the spirits that's going to come to this Dreamcatcher.